Hello, hello, hello to all my unique out there. Turn me up somewhere. It's echoing. Hello, hello, hello to all my unique out there. This is your girl, your favorite girl, Akudo. Welcome to Real Talk with Unique. With me in the studio is Princess Chinwe Omonuju.
Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here again, and I'm looking forward to a wonderful time with you today.
All right. And our topic for today is attraction that lasts. In this day and age, there are so many things going on out there. People are trying to figure out who am I attracted to, what am I attracted to, what do I like. So today, this is for all my single uniques. We are out here today and we're going to talk about attraction that lasts. Before we go any further, I want to give you to all my returning subscribers, hello and welcome back. For those of you that are not part of my family, what are you waiting for? You watch all the videos, you might as well join us. You see the red button that says subscribe, click on that button. Wait for the notification bell, click on that one too, so you'll be the first to see my videos when they drop. Now, let's jump right into it. Let me give you my definition of attraction. This is the one I chose from Google. I love this. It says attraction is when you are interested. Anyway, if your phone or something on is echoing,
Oh no, no, no! I don't
your
think it's from
phone
this.
on, okay.
No, no, I don't think it's from this end.
Okay, it says attraction is when you are interested in, intrigued by, or feel the urge to gravitate towards something or someone. So there are three components to that definition. You are interested in, you are intrigued by, and you have the feeling, the urge to gravitate towards something. What's your take on that definition?
Well, I think that definition basically covers attraction. I mean, you have to be interested in somebody that you're attracted to. You have to be intrigued by somebody that you're attracted to. So I think that's a very good definition. That covers all the bases.
Okay, and then let me say something here. What about some people will say they're attracted to something, but they are not interested in it? They are just attracted for a little while, but they are not interested in it. And we also say that is attraction.
Well, y- well, we'll have to find out what exactly that is,
Mm,
because I feel that there are so many levels of there are so many layers to this thing. Okay,
mm.
because we also have people who have crushes on somebody.
Exactly.
We have people who have crushes. We have people who love. So, but I don't think there's a way that you will be attracted to somebody or someone and you're not interested. I mean that. I think that is contradictory, if you ask
That's
me.
what I do. So the main
Yeah.
thing we are going with is you are interested, you are
Hmm.
intrigued by, and you have a strong urge and feeling to gravitate towards that person.
Right.
There are so many things you can be attracted to. Some
Right.
people are attracted by how you look. Some people are attracted by the way you talk. Some people can be attracted to you because of how well built and curved you are. Some other people might be attracted to you because you're from their country or from their village. So tell me some other things, other ways you think somebody can be attracted to you.
Well, I mean, I'm a pretty woman, so so I get people that are attracted to yes, people are you have people that are attracted to beautiful people, beautiful women. You
Women,
have people that are attracted to like you said, the build. You
uh,
also have people that are attracted to um aesthetics, like maybe where you live. You have people who are attracted to the way people dress. You have
mm,
people that are attracted to people's social status,
mm,
where they are placed, and money. Some people are attracted to people who are rich. Some people are attracted to all sorts of physical. Anything can be. You find that is where you find people who say, oh, I like that woman because of she has long hair. I like her because she's got brown eyes. I've had all sorts of
all sorts. And
ideas.
people say, I like her because she comes from this kind of family, or I like her because she.
Right. Yeah, that is your social status. People say, "Oh, I like her because she's from this family," or that kind of a thing. I think she's from a well-behaved family, or she's
Yeah,
from a rich family, or prominent family, or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There's all sorts of
The topic we are dealing with is attraction that lasts. That
right,
means the attraction that is not just physical, that is
right,
not just sexual, that should last and lead into a marriage or into a relationship or into a partnership. So the kind of attraction we are talking about, because most people are attracted to you physically. And then under physically, we have so many kinds of attraction.
right.
It can be sexual, whereby people are attracted to you sexually. What's your take on that?
Right. Well, based on what we're talking about, which is trying to decipher the attraction that lasts,
Mm,
I feel like the world has become so superficial these days that
mm.
people are even attracted to people based on how many Instagram followers that they
Yes,
have,
yes.
or how many likes they have on Twitter, on social media, and like the world has become so superficial.
Mm,
And there's a lot of fakeness going on. You understand? On social media, people have a different lifestyle. You see people, they borrow dresses and all sorts of things to come on social media and give a certain kind of
look,
air,
look.
yes, about them, which is not realistic. So I feel like I've always been a more, I get more attracted to the concrete stuff, if I dare say, the concrete stuff. There are some things for me. I feel like if you're going to be in a long term relationship or in a committed relationship or in a marriage with somebody, I feel like there are some things that are more important than other things. I don't think looks. Like I've had guys tell me how beautiful I am and how they're attracted to me because I'm beautiful and things like that. But I say, you don't even know me. What if I'm a prostitute? What if I'm
What
an
if
what if I'm an obanja? What if I turn into a wild animal in the middle of the night?
but
So
that,
you
that is
don't
the
know.
point you raise? Because most people were so consumed with physical beauty and
Right,
how shapely they are and how sexual they look or how
right,
romantic they are or even aesthetic and all that kind of physical attraction. But we
right,
keep forgetting that those things are temporary. They are
right,
not permanent. I may
right,
be beautiful, but you don't know the kind of attitude I wake up every morning with.
right.
Just like you said, I might be an Obanje, I might be
Mm-hmm,
something else. Something
mm-hmm,
else. But because you're looking at my beauty, you're
mm-hmm.
forgetting every other thing. So I want you to explain that one a lot.
Yes, well, based on personal experience, I've had people who say, "Oh, you know what? Uh, you're very beautiful, and I think you will make a good wife." And I'm like, "So you think being beautiful does it make being a good wife?"
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I said being beautiful, does it
Equate to being
guarantee that somebody's going to be a good wife? You understand? You don't know how, So I feel like, we spend time chasing after what I like to call the superficial things, like you said, that are not temporary. Okay. For example, and this is a conversation I find myself having with people. I hear people say, "Oh, you are beautiful, you're this," and I'm like, "Well, what if tomorrow I have an acid bath? What if tomorrow I get in an accident? What if tomorrow something happens to my skin or my face or whatever? What's going to happen?" You understand? I've had men, girls say, "Oh, I like him because he has six packs." In the next 10 years, he might not be interested in. Yeah, in the next in the next 10 years, he might find love for Eba and decide that, look, you know what, going to the gym is so tedious, and then let himself go. What are you going to do? Are you going to stop caring
Exactly.
about them? So I feel like, for me, I feel like it's very important to look beyond the physical. Because we are talking about attraction that lasts. So you have to look beyond those things that are, like you said, temporary. You understand? Because they will go away, they will fade away. And I mean, what are you going to do at the end of the day? It does that.
I also want us to tell my unit because I don't want anybody to think, oh, we're saying you shouldn't look at the physical. You shouldn't. No, that's
No,
not what we're saying.
no.
What we're saying is, it's good to look at a beautiful woman. It's good to look at a beautiful man. Eye candy is good, but that's not supposed to be the only focus. You
Right.
shouldn't focus on her beauty because that beauty can fade. It's
Absolutely.
beautiful, beautiful, but there are other things which we're going to talk about later in this show. What other things you can focus on?
Right.
Other things you can look at. Some other people will say, okay, but what if I marry the man? He's rich. Even though he's not my type, I don't like the way he looks. He has never been my type, but he has the money. What do you say to those sisters out there? Or to those brothers out there?
Well, people will always marry for a reason. You
Mm,
understand? This is what I always say, and I've learned not to judge people for their choices. So
mm,
if you marry somebody for money, good for you. I don't mind even marrying. I mean, money makes it easier. That's all I'm saying.
mm,
But I mean, I feel like that's not enough. You understand? And I feel like that might come from a place of laziness. Like if you're the type that likes to be kept, if you're the type that
nobody
likes,
keep you.
you can't do anything for yourself. It's easy to say, oh, I would like to marry into money. I'd like to marry a rich person. So I feel like I said, I personally for me, there are certain things I look out for. You understand? Like, can I hold a conversation with you? Are you smart? In fact, some people go ahead to call it sapiosexual, where you are interested or attracted to somebody because of how smart they are.
But
Yeah, and that I don't think that can ever go away. If you're smart, you are smart. You can't wake up in the morning and
yes,
yeah, you can't wake up in the morning and be dunce, So saying, oh, you're interested in the physical. What if this person that you're interested in, I'm not condescending to anybody. I'm just saying, what if this pretty person that you're interested in, you like smart people, they're beautiful, but they don't have, they can't hold a conversation, they can't say anything and they can't write an
because
exam.
there are some people that they look beautiful, they are beautiful, but once they open their mouth, you are like,
You would prefer that they didn't speak. I know what you mean. Yeah,
you are like, oh my God, because there is
right.
something they are saying that they can't communicate, they can't express themselves. It's hard for you to carry on
Absolutely.
a conversation with them. So,
Absolutely.
and I want to use this opportunity and tell my units, I hope you guys are paying attention. When this is attraction that lasts. This, if you are interested only on looks, it doesn't last. If you're interested only on their money, it will not last. If you're interested in their social status can go up and status can come down.
Right.
When it comes down, what happens? Do you leave the marriage? Do you walk away? So that's why you have to look for other things that are stable, that will keep you, that will make the attraction last. And
And I
that's
also feel my unique. I also feel that certain things that are temporary, certain attractions that are temporary, you have to spend a lot of energy maintaining them.
okay.
You spend more energy maintaining, cultivating them. You
Mm.
spend more energy cultivating them that you spend being and enjoying a relationship or a marriage.
Relationship.
Let's say that maybe I don't like to. That is why I always advise people to just be themselves, be real, be realistic. Because it's better that somebody actually loves you for you than they love the idea of who they think you are. Yeah. So if I have somebody who loves me, I'm not a gym rat. I'm not crazy. I try to keep fit. I try to keep fit. I try to take my walks and try once in a while to eat healthy, but I don't live in the gym. You can tell. But so if I meet a guy who is maybe at some point in my life that I managed to lose weight, he's interested in that. You see that is going to be. I have to spend a lot of my energy maintaining that image for him. I have to go. I'm not against looking good for your partner. I mean, I feel like you should invest in you looking
Yes.
good for your partner. That is different from maintaining. You're going to spend a lot of energy maintaining that idea for the person. And I mean, at the end of the day, you have spent more time, you know, maintaining that image of who they think you are. You have spent more energy than you would have spent enjoying the relationship. Right. Yeah.
That is a good point you brought up because I remember there was one of my colleagues wrote me an email. And now that you're talking, I remember the email. She said, her husband met her when she was like size 4, and now she has had 4 children. She has added some weight, not too much. She has gone from size 4 to size 8. So she's still small. But the problem is that now her husband is saying, I want you to go back to what you were before. I liked you when you, but she has had 4 children. So this lady is miserable because all she does, she goes to the gym 2, 3 hours. She runs in the morning. She does this. She even had to go, like I don't know what, there's a procedure they did on her teeth to tie it so she can't eat. All she did was fluid for 6 months, so she lost all the weight. I'm like, honey, when are you enjoying the marriage? You're so busy. And I'm not advocating that you should, grow fat.
Leave yourself, yes. No,
No,
that's
but
not what
I'm
we're saying.
saying, when you are, because you were right, or he was attracted to you because of what you showed him. You showed him this is how I'm going to be. And he has that in his mind. Now, like you said, you're going to spend the whole time not enjoying the relationship, but trying to look.
Keeping up with that image.
I have had some women tell me that they went and did a permanent makeup on their face so that every time they wake up in the middle of the night, that their husband will see that their faces are fully made.
Wow.
I'm like, whoa.
That is interesting. That is that
I'm
is
like, whoa,
interesting.
whoa, whoa.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow.
If you come to her house 2 a.m., 4 a.m., she has a full face of makeup.
Wow. Okay.
Like
I'm not
I said, it's
I'm not against body enhancement procedures.
no, I don't
And
have a
aesthetics.
problem.
I'm not against that. But I mean, I feel like there has to be a line. There has
Exactly.
to be a line.
Because
I mean,
you
when you are spending all this energy doing all these things, what is that partner of yours doing? Let's say, I mean, this attraction thing works both ways, isn't it
have
supposed
that
to?
way.
Yeah. So if let's say she was married to him because let's say he has money, is he doing all he can to maintain that
That's
status
correct.
in every economy?
Or you will
And
notice when she married him, he had six pack.
you
Now
see,
he's bald and has no six pack.
and he's not doing anything about it. You don't see him going for hair transplant and things like that. And possibly he has found a relationship with Eba and soup. How is he going to come out of that? No,
But
no,
the
no.
truth of the matter, my unique, I told you guys we try to make it as real as possible. You
Right,
guys have to know that you anybody that is attracted to you should be attracted to your inside, who you are
right,
inside out, not just how you look, because looks can change.
right.
Photos can change.
And unique, I feel like there are certain things that you should look out for when you're looking for. I mean, when you're looking for a partner, these are the things that are attractions that last, that don't change, that nothing can take away. I talked about that. I talked about how smart a person is.
Mm,
There's also values.
value.
What values were they raised with? What values do they have? For me, I'm attracted to a man who loves God, who has a good heart for God. It's so attracted to me. I'm attracted to a confident man. Reason being that, I mean, there are some women who are strong women, strong.
Yes.
They can hold their own. And
Mm,
you find out that so many men find it difficult to approach this type of women because they're
mm,
like, oh, maybe she's so beautiful. I've had men tell me, oh, you're so beautiful, so you'll be doing a lot of shakara. That I don't really that I don't want to bother with that. So people say this type of things, and you're like, what? So that is why when you see a man, when you find a man who is confident, who knows what he wants,
who
it
he
is
is
very
and what he
attractive.
wants.
Yes, it is very attractive. You men who are God fearing, I can't overemphasize that.
Okay, so you know what? Let us put it down so that the people listening to us will know. The
Okay,
first one I have down here is confidence.
confidence. Yes,
Confidence, so my unique, we are now talking about, instead of you concentrating on all these ones we've been talking about that are temporary, these are some of the permanent things you should be attracted to. The first one is confidence. I always, like the last video I did, go watch my video on confidence. One of my friends, Ken Owe, he told me, he said, Akudo, women think that what is sexy about them is how they look or what they wear or their hair. He said, no, the sexiest thing in a woman is confidence. That the ugliest woman you think is ugly, if she knows who she is and knows how to carry herself, that before
right,
you look twice, that girl is the gorgeous girl in the room. So
right.
what's your take on confidence?
Oh my God, confidence, when from as far as I could speak, my father always drummed it into my ears of a woman's need to be confident. And I remember that there was a time he will always tell me, a woman who has beauty and brain she has, I mean, that's a dangerous mixture. Yes, that's a dangerous combination. He always says beauty and brains are a dangerous combination. So it always fascinated me. And he always, my father had this thing for, you know, he had a name for all of his kids, and he kind of built this thing in his
He
kids that
related to every child.
right, and he made me,
He did with each child.
yeah, the pride I take in who I am is amazing. Some people confuse it for arrogance, but it's not. It's just that I know who I am, I know where I'm coming from, and I know certain things that I cannot take and certain things that I can take. And I have this backed up with the fact that whatever I put my mind to get, I will get. These are things that are driven by confidence. You have to be sure of. I mean, there are days that you wake up in the morning, you're not having a not so good day and things like that. That has nothing to do with confidence. Is what makes you walk into a room and everybody turns around to want to know who just walked in. Confidence is that thing that makes you speak and people actually listen to what you have to say because they know that it has, substance. So confidence is soft. I can't. If I talk about confidence, I'll spend all day. I mean, it's
The video I did, the best definition of confidence was it says confidence is it says confidence is when you do confidence does not mean you are the best in the room or you have to compare yourself as the best. Confidence is realizing that there is no need for you to compare yourself to anyone.
that is a very good definition. That
You
is
don't
confidence in a
need to
nutshell.
compare yourself. Oh, this person, oh, I can do this better than. If you can compare yourself to somebody, then you're not confident. Because confidence is when you cannot, there's no need to compare yourself to anything. You know who you are. And
Right.
whether people like it or they don't like it, it doesn't bother you because you
Yes.
know who you are.
Absolutely.
And that is
I agree
the
with that.
attractive thing in a man and in a woman. When a man walks into the room, he might be the poorest, but he has confidence. He knows who he is. He knows that I don't have it now, but I will get it later on. You can see it. You will like that about him. So
And,
it's
and people think, you have to dress a certain type of way to be confident. You have to
no,
drive a certain type of car to be
that's being
confident.
happy.
No.
Mhm.
Yes, confidence has to do with you. Even when you wear when you wear off the rack dresses or whatever, you still look,
Feel
you
good.
still look sure of yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Yeah.
Okay, and then the second thing we talked about here is character. Be attracted to somebody's character. Their integrity. Who are they? Are they honest people? Are they truthful people? Are they,
What values guide them?
are they reliable? Those are characters you should, things and qualities you should be looking at and to be attracted to. What do you say about that? About character?
Yes. Yes, because again, it takes me back to what I said earlier. I'm saying, oh, so this person, I like this person because they are pretty, and then I ask you, so do you know if I'm going to be an abusive person or a toxic person? You don't know. So yes, character is very, very important. Character is very, very. I mean, character will take you places that even your legs might not be able to carry you to. Right. Character is very, very important. Somebody says, oh, do you know who this person is? And say, oh, I know her. Yeah, she's a very, upright person. She's, oh my, yeah, you don't even need to be in the room for people to talk about you. And yes, and character means a lot to me because, if people don't have anything nice to say about you, then I mean, there's something wrong. There's something that you need to work on. Every time they talk about you, somebody says, oh, that person, if he tells you good morning,
You
check
should
it good night, yeah. So if he tells you to stand, you better race.
yeah.
So there are not nice things to say about somebody, and it's difficult to be attracted to somebody like that. So
And it even shows up when you're dating somebody. If you guys are dating and getting to know each other, he says he's coming by 2, he doesn't show up. He comes by 2, he has a story longer as long as from here to Nigeria. He's not reliable.
mhm,
Nothing that is truthful comes out of his mouth.
mhm.
He will tell you things that are not honest. He's not trustworthy. Those are things that will make you not, you begin to lose some attraction. It's like this kind of person is full of it. I don't want this. So
Mhm.
you need, as you're going out there, you're trying to date, you're trying to get into relationship. You're trying to set a new beginning. Remember, confidence number one. Number two, character. Don't forget about how they look. Look at their character. Is this something you are compatible with? Is this something you can deal with? And then the third one I put here is value. Values, very important because your values are truly who you are. What do they value? What do they respect? What do they hold dear to their heart? Because let's say you are somebody, let's say I am somebody that I like, I'm very respectful. I respect people that are older than me. I respect my mom. I respect my dad. But I'm attracted to this man that has no regard for his father, has no regard for his family, has no regard for. Don't you know? I'm not feeling if you don't care for your family, you will never care
How are you
for.
gonna care for me? Right.
So how are you going to care for me? So most times people can look at value. What's your take on that?
Well, yes. Me personally, I look at values. You know, I look at values because it's important to me. And the Bible says that two cannot work together except they agree. I think there has to be an alignment of values. You know, if I mean, you said it. You said it all. If I am attracted to somebody, and then I see that I believe in generosity. I believe in being generous. I believe in caring for people. You know, I believe in having genuine heart to want to do something to help humanity, and I believe in helping. And I find that there is somebody who is so selfish and self-centered. All they want to do is concentrate on themselves, on what they want. I think it's a turner for me. You
Yes.
know, it's a turn off for me, or somebody who is stingy. Not to I'm not talking about me now. You understand?
Yes.
I'm not talking about to me.
We all
Yes, you know, and I can tell by maybe I go out to eat with you and I see the way you tip the waiter. I go out, you know, we run into people who have needs and I see the way you take care. It's, you know, it's a turn off, honestly. It's a turn off. So, and if they are doing this to other people, it's only a matter of time before they do it to you.
do it.
That's just what I think. I might be right, I could be wrong, but that's just what I think. Yeah.
So women and my brothers and my sisters out there, look at the person you say you are attracted to, look at their value system. What do they value? What do they hold dear to their heart? What are you saying? There's this quote that somebody told me. He said, it's either you stand for something or you fall for everything. What do
Right.
they stand for? What is that thing that you know is a no-go area for them? And then you begin to look at them because those things will tell you exactly who they are. If they begin to tell you what I don't have value for this, I don't have value for family, I don't have value for children, he's already telling you he won't have value for you and your children. So you won't say nobody told you. Those are some of the red flags you should look at. And then number four I have here is their beliefs. Because we are our belief system.
Right.
Who you are is what you believe in. If you are not saying you shouldn't go marry, you can break somebody. I'm not saying you cannot convert somebody from another religion to your religion. But really, is it worth doing? Is it gonna work? What if they do it? I remember the church I was going to before. Our pastor's wife told us that have her mother was a Christian, while her father was a Muslim. So, but the father was so much in love with her and wanted to marry her. So the father said that he's not going to be a Muslim anymore. He's going to be a Christian. And said, turned into Christianity, changed his name to Timothy. Immediately after the marriage, he called the wife and told the wife, hey, I'm not going to take with you.
Oh
I
my,
said, "Muslim, I did
oh
that
my God.
because I wanted to marry you. But I will let you go to church. I will let you do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to stop you. But every time it is time to go to the mosque, you have to let me go with your children. So she said when they were growing up, they will
Excuse
go to
me.
the mosque with their dad, and then they will go to church with their mom. So you see, it worked out for them, but in some families, it wouldn't turn out like that. So what's your belief system? Make sure you say something about a God-fearing man. Make sure if you like a God-fearing man, then be attracted to one. Don't say you like a God-fearing man, then you go and be attracted to somebody that doesn't even go to church. You might finally convert him. God can finally change him. I'm not saying God won't change him, but that might be a little bit hard task for you to get in there. So, what do you have to say about that? From
There
belief?
are two things I have to say. First of all, marriage is already hard. Okay, now I'm talking based on marriage. Marriage is already had. There are 1,001 things you're going to fight about. Do you want to make where we're going to worship one more thing to fight about? One more thing to fight about, you know? And the Bible also said that you should not be unequally yoked.
Look,
It is different if you are a Sunday kind of Christian.
Christian.
You know, you go to church, you believe in God
Mm,
and all that. It's easy. And you meet somebody who is not who is just sitting on the fence and is actually has the heart to want to change. It is different. You can lead them to Christ, you can help them, encourage them, and build them up. That is different. But to say that you are marrying across religion, I'm not saying it's impossible, and I'm not discouraging anybody who wants to do it. I'm just
but
saying that it is one more thing that we're going to fight about, because at some point we're going to have discussions about religion. And me, being the me that I am, I like to talk about my political views, I like to talk about my religion, and who else am I going to have this conversation with if not my partner? So if we have difference in opinion where this is, or different values where these things are concerned, somehow somewhere it's going to raise an issue. That is just the truth. You understand? It is going to raise an issue. So sometimes you have to stick to what you know.
no,
Okay, it's easy. I remember way back when, even though I don't really subscribe, because that was within the same Christendom, where you will say somebody that says, "Oh, my father is a knight, so in the Catholic Church, I cannot marry an Anglican," or we are Methodist, we cannot marry Catholics." That one I'm against, because it is within the same religion. It doesn't really make any sense to me.
any
It's the same God that we're serving. But to say that I am a Christian and I'm going to marry, personally, I've had people in the past who I talked to that say, "Oh, I've never been to the church before. I'm a Muslim." I say, "Oh, that's nice. So, are you interested in going to church?" And they're like, "I've never been to church before." So, "Are you interested in going with me?" And they say, "I've never been." That is my answer right there. That you never ever want to go to. You never want to go to church. So what I mean,
and because
it's
going to
it's it's
church
just
and your faith is very important to you. So you wouldn't
it
want
is
to
very important.
compromise in that
Yeah,
area.
if it wasn't as important, if it wasn't that important to me, then I can see why somebody would. If you're that type of person who, you're not.
It
I mean,
doesn't.
we're all different.
Mhm.
Yes. If it doesn't have to be religion, it can be some other thing. I've had, it can be some other, your belief system, your belief in something else. You understand? Some people who are superstitious, who believe in, if you do this, this will happen, or karma, or
Even
things like that.
for those of us that are from Africa, even the belief system of juju, some people
Exactly.
believe in juju. Why make
Exactly.
you don't believe in juju? And then the next
Right.
one he talks about is black magic, juju this,
Right. This person killed this person. This. How are you gonna survive in that environment if you don't
sacrifices
believe? Yeah.
animals and stuff. And you are a Christian. This is not your belief system. For you
Yeah.
to marrying that kind of person or being attracted to that kind of person is going to cause a lot of problem
Yeah.
because
How are you going to
whatever you
believe?
want
How
to
are you
do
going to
with
handle it?
yourself, you are not interested because that
Right.
you don't believe in it. You
Right.
know. So
Right.
that's going to be so what are those are the four I have. Any other thing you think we should tell people out there you should be looking for when you are getting attracted or when you want to get into
Yes. In as much as we are saying all these are the things that lasts, but
those
on
are
a
the ones
lighter note, if you have all these things and you have body odor, you're on your own. I'm just messing around. I'm just kidding, but I'm,
So
I'm just joking. I know that you guys can
what
handle that.
we are going to talk about now that we just said is even though we are not looking at physical, but we should also look at our upkeep.
Yeah, there are certain things to look
Our
at.
upkeep, we have to.
Yes, your
You
personal
don't have
hygiene,
to
please.
look expensive. You don't
Yeah,
have to wear designers. You don't have to, spend millions on you, but you have to take care of yourself. You
absolutely.
can't come in as a woman or as a man with body odor or your mouth is smelling. If your mouth is smelling, it's okay. It's not maybe it's not your fault, but go buy mint. Have something. Go on.
Do something about. And at a certain age, it becomes irresponsible. At a certain
Yes,
age, you shouldn't be having others. It becomes
yes.
irresponsible.
If you know you sweat too much, always have a roll-on, always have the tiny colognes in your pocket, so that at least you can't say you're attracted to a woman, and once you come close and open your mouth, the girl is like the girl is like Jesus Christ, you know. So at least that's the fifth one we just came up with now. Upkeep, keep yourself, keep yourself good. Take care of yourself. Smell good, look good. Even though we're not going to concentrate only on that, but that doesn't mean you should just let yourself go.
Right,
Don't think up the whole place because after all, you are looking at my character. Even
right.
if the character is up there, but the company
I mean,
that
you will first of all have to approach me before I start finding out your character. So there, if you are coming close and there are some things that are not allowing you to come closer, how will I now find out your character? You see my point? You see my point? You see my point? And please don't wear yellow shirts on a purple pants, please. I'm not. You
No,
don't have to
those
wear
ones
Gucci.
doesn't matter. Some people, let me tell you, those ones don't matter in the sense that some people don't know fashion. And
True,
remember, some people are also color blind. They might not
true.
know colors. So
That's
those
true.
kind of ones you can change. You
Well,
can
that's true.
really,
That's the point.
this
Yeah.
yellow pant doesn't match this purple. Let us change it with a purple shirt. Those ones you can change. But something like the body odor, you cannot change. What
Mm,
you can work on it because I have seen people they carry gum, they carry mouth, sprays and stuff like that. Once in a while, they go to the bathroom and they put their roll on and come out, so that you smell good and take care of yourself. So
mm-hmm.
even though we are saying physical, sexual, romantic, aesthetic, all these other ways of being attracted to you is temporary, we have given you some permanent ways or permanent attractions that will last. We talked about confidence. We talked about confidence. We talked about values. We talked about belief. We talked about character. We talked about the upkeep, and finally, communication. I noticed that people think communication is not important, but they don't understand that communication is like the foundation is love, but the body, the wood, the frame, everything about building a house is communication. If
Right.
you cannot communicate with your spouse, that is number one problem right there. You can't express yourself right. You can't say what you mean and mean what you say. You can so your wife is not a psychic. The person you are in a relationship is not a psychic. They can read you. So communication, make sure you are attracted to somebody that knows what they're saying, how to say it. If they don't know how to communicate, try and tell them that this is the key to every marriage. Communication is the key. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you have a point because I've come across people, especially some men, who say things. You hear them say things like, "Oh, I don't like my wife. She's always nagging. She's always complaining." What a man calls nagging might just be a woman trying to get her point across, and you're just not listening. Yeah, because if you keep doing the things that you're doing, I don't think she would nag about them. I'm not saying there are no people don't nag out there. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like you said, communication is very key. You should be patient enough to want to listen. It's also attractive. A man who listens is very attractive to.
Listen, and a
Yeah,
man
a man
that
who
will
listens is very attractive to. Yes. So tell me when I'm doing something wrong, as opposed to saying, "Oh, you have you ever met this kind of people who say things like, oh, that's how she was doing this the other day, and I was just looking at her, just watching her. Don't do that to me. Just tell me when I'm doing something because I can't know everything. Just tell me when I'm doing something wrong, okay? Let's talk about stuff. Let's discuss stuff. It is very attractive to find a spouse, a man or a woman who is attentive, who will listen, and who will want to discuss and trash out issue, without being abusive and toxic about it. I think
mm,
that's also a good one that we
yeah.
we have just added. Yeah.
Because I always tell women, I tell whenever some of my men, clients, I always tell them, oh, my wife talks too much. My wife talks too much. My wife talks too much. A man's vocabulary might be 1,000 a day. A woman's vocabulary is 30,000 words a day. So
Absolutely.
most of the time, she is trying to communicate. But that thing she's trying to communicate, we see it as she talks too much.
Right.
If you will listen the first time she said it, I promise you, my brother, she won't say it again. But the
Right.
problem is when she starts talking, you tune her off. So when she finish and ask you, did you hear what I said? You say, oh, really? What did you say? She starts all over again.
And she won't give up until you. And she won't give up until
Don't
she's
give up
convinced that you have
until
gotten what
some
she's
of it
saying.
out and she's sure that you have gotten it yourself.
Absolutely. Me, I won't give up until I'm sure that you have gotten my point. If I don't talk about it today, I'll talk about it again tomorrow.
And I keep telling men, this is why we talk too much because you guys don't listen. If
Right.
you listen and just pay attention,
You will just save everybody time. You will save everybody's time.
and apart from that, too, my dear, listening is not talking because they say they are listening, but they are still talking.
Talking. Yeah.
Listening
Right.
is shh and listen. Just
Right.
listen and be present.
Press.
People
Yes.
are not present. They are just there, but they have tuned you off. So when you finish and you ask them, what did I say? What did you say again? And then we start all over again. Because we need
Oh,
to
you said you have anything to say? They said nothing. How can you not have anything to say when I've just said
after all
30,000
the things
words?
you said for an hour. Then you say you have nothing to say. Okay, maybe you
Why?
didn't understand me.
Why? That
So
means you
we
did. I have to
start
start
all over
again.
again.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, I'm going to start again until I'm sure that you have. Because I mean, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point?
Oh, my brothers and my sisters, we have given you guys 6 things, 6 points you should be attracted to. Be attracted to people's communication. Be attracted to people's character. Be attracted to their confidence. Be attracted to their value system. Be attracted to their belief system. And be attracted to their upkeep too. As a human being, we all want to look good. We all want, I want when I go to the spa and take time and do my face, I want you to appreciate it. That's why I went there and stayed for an hour. When I put on my makeup, I want you to appreciate it. So there is nothing wrong in taking care of yourself and looking, but my brothers and my sisters, don't concentrate only on the physical. There are other things behind the physical. She might be beautiful, but her character is zero. She might be beautiful, her communication skills zero. She might be beautiful, but she doesn't have no kind of value system. She might be beautiful, but belief system zero, not what you think. She might be beautiful, but she doesn't take care of herself. So there are so many other things, like we
And
said.
Unique, let me say something. These days that we have all kinds of makeup in the market, it is almost difficult to know who is not wearing makeup these days. Some men will see women wearing nude colors and they say, "Oh, she looks so natural." Yet she has piles of makeup on her face. Guys, this is a secret that I'm giving you. It is true. You will see a girl because she chose nude colors. You think she's not wearing any, but she has piles of makeup on her face.
Because the nude color is almost the color of her
Of her
skin.
skin, exactly. But she's managed. So that is why I don't know if you've seen maybe some of these short videos or skits that you see a man who met a woman at a party, takes her home, and then in the morning he's like, "Who are you?" That's the same lady you took home, but she's washed off. She has peeled off her.
Yes,
She has taken off her face. She has taken off her face. She has taken off her hair. She has taken off the lashes. She has
yes.
taken off every. In fact, there's one that I was watching the other time where they even during the makeup process they construct a nose. I said, "Wow, this is amazing." So she must have taken off all that, and you see that the pointed nose that you were attracted to is as flat as my own. The whole makeup thing is not what it is. The hair wasn't even hers. The lashes weren't hers. What are you gonna do? So
So
we
that's
need to
why
go beyond the physical.
another thing I want us to talk about is that one thing about these things is when you get attracted to only the temporary things and then they fade away, what happens?
Exactly.
When we talk about divorce, we begin to talk about separation, we begin to talk about people being
Abuse.
depressed, abused, miserable, because now you are no longer what I thought you were. You
Yeah.
have changed. But they really haven't changed. Their true
They're
colors
still the same people. Right.
you're focusing on the wrong thing. Now
Right.
the true person is out here and you don't know what to do with it. What
Right.
what you take on that?
And that's just you. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. That is just it. So if you keep being attracted to the physical, they're going to go away. Or, when they forget to put on their face, what are you going to do? How are you going how are you going to handle it? So and you just I mean, like you said, even if they are so pretty and it's all natural and stuff like that, and then tomorrow they have an accident or something happens to them that takes away that thing that you were
Yeah,
attracted to.
but
What are you? I have had men who say, "Oh, I love my wife because she has long hair," and I mean, you know that keeping long hair is not. The
it's
men
not
don't even
easy.
understand the kind of work that goes into,
I thought
especially some of us who are very tender-headed.
uh,
You don't understand the kind of work and pain that goes into. And then one day I say, "Look, I'm tired. I'm not going to do this
I
anymore."
want
Then
to
I say,
marry.
"What? You're going to send me away because I don't have long hair anymore?" You know.
No,
So these
marriage
are the
is
things to consider. Yeah, these are the things to consider. You
mm,
know. And again, I think also in this whole arrangement of physical attraction, women are treated unfairly because the highest expectation is on the women. The men
not
don't even have to do anything. All they need to do is go to the barber shop and show up, and
mm,
that's it. You know, you see a man with big stomach telling you, "Oh, I like slim girls." And I'm like, please give me a break. See a man with a very big stomach, like he's about to have triplets. And yeah, I like a slim cook figure. One was kind of, come on. Let's try to be considerate and fair and realistic.
the problem is that the society, like there was a video I did on Sister Sister, the society has made it in a way that all we do is compete among ourselves.
Right,
Because the world has made it okay. There's so many women and there are few men. And
right,
now we're going to compete. This one is slim, this one is fat, this one is size two, this one. So we are competing, but men don't have to do nothing. They
right.
don't have to do nothing. It's okay.
But I
It is
think that is a mis. I
okay.
think
It's
I feel
so
like
okay. But once it's a woman, oh, that one is too fat. Oh, that
mm,
one is too short. Oh, that one is too this. But men
mm.
don't have that problem. It's only the women.
Yes, and I feel it's unfair. And I think that we women have also encouraged this behavior
Mm.
because we women sometimes the things that we do is out of this world. I can't if the kind of stories that I hear on a daily basis scare me as to where we're going to as a human race. You know,
Mhm.
you have people have done all sorts of things just to be something that is funny. Be realistic. I feel like, listen, there are over 7 billion people on this earth. The
Mhm.
Bible says in Isaiah 34:16 that none shall lack her mate. That means there is somebody for
For
everybody.
everybody. Mhm.
Just be patient. You're going to find them.
Mhm.
They're going to come. You understand? So if you are not patient and you put yourself under undue pressure because
Yes.
the society has put time constraint, has put time, the fear of
On
time
you. Mhm.
has put every kind of fear in you, you're going to make a mistake. You're just going to end up in a situation where you're going to be unhappy,
Mhm.
So just be confident in who you are,
That's
know
true.
your worth, know that there are certain things you cannot take, and know that there's something that you're looking for. Don't compromise on certain values that you have, and you will be fine.
Yeah. I remember when I was a little girl, my father used to tell me, my father say that standards are like fence, like the fence you surround your house with. If you make it this high, everybody will just cross over.
Hmm.
If you raise it up, people have to maybe get a ladder to cross it over. So he said that is how standards are. As a girl, what standard do you give yourself? There are certain things that are no no. There are certain things you cannot compromise on. And those are the standards you give yourself. So that when people want to come into your yard or into your compound,
You have to make an effort.
a bit of an effort to come in there. They don't just cross over and
Step over, like they're stepping over some
like
shrubs.
stepping over a rug and coming over. You give yourself a little bit of class. My unique, I always tell you guys, you are unique beings. You are wonderfully, beautifully, and fearfully made. You have to know who you are. You are enough. I can't say enough of this. You are enough. Whether you are blind, you are deaf, you are lame, you are crippled, you are just enough. And we cannot believe it if you don't believe it. You have to believe it first, and then we'll believe it. You can't sell me what you don't use. You can't tell me to come and buy this from you. It's gonna make me healthy. I ask you, do you use it? You say no, you don't. You think I will buy it? No.
Yeah, it's just like poor people. Have you seen those poor people in Nigerian traffic who sell How to Be Rich? If they read that book, I'm not sure they'll be selling those books on the road. How to be rich in 10 steps. And you see him, he's wearing tattered clothes and he's walking with his legs. He doesn't have a car. If you read that book, do you think he will be if that book, so
It's all
you
about, I
have to
always tell people, you are your greatest cheerleader.
absolutely.
When you are in your car, unless you honk your horn, nobody's gonna come and honk it for you. You make the noise about yourself. Pa, 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 pa. People will know you're here. If you're going to deny yourself, you don't believe in yourself, you want people just to see outwardly. Outwardly is not all about it. You have an inside that is beautiful. You have your character, you have your values, you have your beliefs. There are so many things that are beautiful about you. Don't just always now when you go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, all you see are people naked and walking because it's like it's the only way to get attention. There are so many other things
I
you
get approval. You have to
know.
first of all approve of
Prove
yourself.
yourself. You don't need to, do all this for people to approve you and say, oh, you can clap it, you can shake it, you can. No. Love yourself. When you love yourself, you can't give what you don't have. When you love yourself, I promise you, people will begin to love you. Because one thing I know for sure is that people treat you exactly the way you treat yourself. She will give them some final words before we round up.
Well, my unique her uniques.
Yeah, yeah, you
because
need to.
because I'm one of the uniques. So fellow uniques. It's always a pleasure to come to this unique show. I always have fun. And this is the only place that you can get it as real as it can get.
Yeah.
We come out and we say it as real as it is. So please, you have heard all that we have said. If you're in the market for a life partner or a committed relationship, please shine your eye, like they say. It's where I'm from in Nigeria, they say shine your eye. Shine your eye. Look for those things that will stand the test of time. Look for those things that will not fade away. Those things that after all said and done, when you are 80 with no teeth left, those things will still remain. That is what makes for a long lasting commitment. I am not saying that you should totally ignore. If you're attracted to people that are handsome, there's nothing wrong with it, but make sure that that is not the only thing that is taking you to that person. If you're attracted to rich people, good for you. I like good things too, so go for it, but make sure that that is not your only driving force. Okay, if you are attracted, whatever you're attracted to, please make sure that there is something concrete and solid behind whatever thing that is superficial that you are looking for. And believe me, you're going to have a fulfilled and wonderful life. Life is already hard. Life is already hard. Every single day, life throws up. If it's not the economy that is being thrown at us, it is a pandemic. If it's not a pandemic, it is something. It is sickness, or one thing or the other. So life is already hard as it is. You don't want to make. My pastor says that life is a sum total of who you spend it with. So you have to choose correctly, so that you can that this person that you have chosen will help you and make the navigation of life easier for you. That is, marriage is a vehicle, it is not the destination.
That's right.
That is all I have to say. Thank you so much, Unique, for having me.
All right, my unique, you had it all. You see, I like that quote. You said that, life is a total of who you spend it with. We are talking about attraction that lasts. You can be attracted to so many things. We are not here to judge what you're attracted to, but we are saying, please, my sister, let money, social status, sex, sexual attraction, physical attraction, aesthetic attraction, romantic attraction, all those kinds of attraction, let it not be the only thing you are attracted to. We want you to be attracted to something that will last, that will lead into something that is permanent. And we talked about be attracted to confidence, be attracted to character, be attracted to communication, be attracted to the person's values, be attracted to their beliefs, be attracted to their upkeep, be attracted to who they are, not just what they are presenting to you or what they are faking to be. Because one thing about life is that you can't give, like I said, what you don't have. And once you tell people that, hey, I'm here, I know who I am, and I know what I want, trust me, the universe will align with you and give you exactly what you want. Because you know what you want. You can't be jumping up and down. Even the Bible says you cannot be tossed back and forth. You know, you are hot today, you are cold tomorrow. The Bible says they will spit you out. You cannot be all over the place. You like her because she's beautiful. She's not gonna be beautiful all the time. You like her because you are attracted to her sexually. When she gives birth to a child, she might not be that up and doing sex 24 hours every day because she's tired. Things change, hormones and things change in women, and their sexual drive might go down, not as big as it was when you guys met. So, if that is the case, what are you gonna do? Send her home because she's not having the same sexual drive that she used to have before? So, these are things, it is okay to be attracted to those things, but like we said, don't make them your primary focus. Don't make them the only thing that is attracting you or driving you into that relationship. Because my brother, my sister, those things are gonna fall. They're gonna fail you. And then what are you gonna do? But if you're attracted to things that are solid, if you're attracted to things that you know that are going to take you to an expected end. Remember, the Bible says, I know the plans and the thoughts I have for you, thoughts for good and not of evil. Those thoughts that will take you to an expected end. That's what you should be attracted to. If you like a God fearing man, then be attracted to a God fearing man. Don't like a God fearing man, but you are attracted to somebody that doesn't, an atheist that doesn't even believe in there's a God. Don't you see there's already problem? And like Chinwe said, marriage on its own is already difficult. These are two people. Remember my definition of marriage. The coming together of an imperfect man to an imperfect woman who have recognized that they are imperfect, but they are coming together to make a perfect union. That's what marriage is. We are imperfect. Nobody is perfect. We know we are imperfect. We have accepted our imperfection to make this wonderful union. So you have to know that when you are attracted to things that are temporary, it will not take you to the expected end that you're looking for. Remember to give us a thumbs up, share this video, and please leave a tip. Subscribe to the channel. All right? You are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That is why you are unique. Be kind to yourself and to each other. Chiwe, bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.